Thank you everyone so much for joining us today here at the 18th Annual Long Beach Motorsports Walk of Fame. Thanks. In a few moments, we will recognize two outstanding honorees. But first, I would like to recognize our city manager, Tom Modica. Say hello, Tom. Hey. And now I will, without further ado, please welcome Vice Mayor of our great city, Vice Mayor Cindy Allen.
Well, good morning, Long Beach. This is a absolutely beautiful day in our downtown shoreline, and I'm honored to be here today with you to recognize two remarkable individuals, Takuma Sato and Katherine Legge, for their outstanding achievement in motorsports. And I just have to give you a little fun fact. You know, here in the city of Long Beach, we are, the leadership, the elected leadership is a supermajority of women. And to have a woman inducted in the Hall of Fame here is just amazing. It's amazing for the city of Long Beach, and I tell you, it's amazing for the sport. So congratulations to Katherine. And on behalf of the city of Long Beach, I officially welcome you today to the kickoff of the Grand Prix weekend by inducting two racing legends into the Motorsports Walk of Fame. We are very excited to have them join the exclusive club of motorsports superstars, where their achievements will be memorialized along the scenic downtown walkway. The Motorsports Walk of Fame is presented through an award-winning public-private partnership between the City of Long Beach and the Grand Prix Association of Long Beach and the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So let's give them a round of applause. Grand Prix weekend is the most exciting weekend here in Long Beach. As you know, people come from near and far to come here to witness the extraordinary levels of talents of world-class racers and to enjoy a weekend filled with family fun, and the festivities always kick off with this very special ceremony. So a deep thank you for being here today. Congratulations to our honorees. And now I would like to invite to the stage our first district councilwoman, Councilwoman Mary Zendejas, to say a couple of words.
One sec. Oopsie. Oh, thank you, Katherine. Women helping women, I love that. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. I am so thrilled to be here with you here in District 1 in downtown Long Beach. What a lovely, lovely day for an extraordinary and very special event. For those of you who have come from far all around the world, welcome to our great city of Long Beach. And for those local racing enthusiasts, welcome back. Yes, I am so honored to be here with you today. A huge congratulations goes out to our inductees today. To Takuma, sorry, I messed that up a little bit, Takuma Sato and Katherine. I'm so thrilled to see that for the first time we have a woman being inducted into the Hall of Fame here. I am so excited for that. Let's hear it for both of them. This is such a special recognition of their achievements and contributions in motorsports. And let's remember that the Grand Prix is the #1 in America in street racing, and that is fantastic. It's an excellent opportunity for us to showcase our community to a vast national and international audience, and is a tourism driver that strengthens our city's economic impact year after year. Here in Long Beach, the races have historically had an estimate annual income impact of $33 million, creating over 350 full-time jobs, and producing over $700,000 in tax revenue. Last year alone, this event drew in over 200,000 racing fans from all over, and we are so grateful to welcome each one of them to our great city. This year is the 49th Grand Prix. Yes, let's hear it. Let's hear it for the 49th Grand Prix. And every single year, it gets better and better because of our sponsors and partners, especially our Long Beach City and our Grand Prix Association of Long Beach, CVB, and, of course, our devoted racing fans. I am so happy to welcome you once again to the city of Long Beach for the Grand Prix. Make sure to have a fantastic Grand Prix weekend.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Sendejas. As mentioned, the Grand Prix is a global sensation that draws in people from around the world. And it all happens because of the hard work, dedication, and passion of Jim McCallion and his incredible team at the Grand Prix Association of Long Beach. I now present to you the President and CEO of the Grand Prix Association of Long Beach, Mr. Jim McCallion.
Thank you very much, and on behalf of the Grand Prix Association, let me say how excited we are to kick off our 49th Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach weekend. You know, this is really a special event for us. When we started this back in 2006 with the idea of celebrating the achievements of many of the competitors that have competed on these streets here in Long Beach and other racetracks around the world, and now we're in our 18th year, 37 inductees. I know the question has already arisen, what happens in a couple of years, because we're going to run out of room on Pine Avenue. We'll worry about that later, but in the meantime, we're celebrating 38 and 39th inductees here today, and we're delighted. You're going to hear a lot about a lot of firsts here today, but I want to acknowledge one of the firsts, and that is the individual who was responsible for founding the Grand Prix and is actually commemorated back in 2007 and one of the medallions in the Walk of Fame, Mr. Chris Pook. Chris, thanks for joining us. I saw Kim Kalkoven here in the lobby. I don't know if she made it today, but oh, there she is. Kim Kalkoven, the wife of our late owner, Kevin Kalkoven, is here today. Thank you, Kim, for coming. I mentioned there's a lot of firsts. You know, obviously, not only have we had all these celebrations over the years, but in our 18th, we really went for as many firsts as we could, and that's what we achieved. We had Takuma Sato here as one of our inductees. First Japanese driver to be inducted into obviously into the Walk of Fame, but also, when he ran the race here in 2013, he was the first Japanese driver to win an IndyCar race, which was an accomplishment in and of itself. And we were very happy to be able to, host that achievement. And obviously he's gone on since then to win 2 Indy 500s, 2017 and 2020. And he's also entered into this year's 24 event, running with Bobby Rahal and RRL team. But in the meantime, you know, he's a very accomplished driver, not only here, but obviously around the world. He won the British Formula 3 championship back in '99, and from 2000 to 2008, he was a member of the prestigious Formula 1 teams that and drivers that ran around the world. In 2010, he moved on to IndyCar and has been with with us and the series ever since. So he's had a wide array of achievements over the years and a lot of experience too. And we're looking forward to seeing his performance as he enters the 24 Indianapolis 500 under the auspices of Bobby Rahal and Rahal Letterman Lanigan team. So it really is a pleasure for us, not only because of his achievements here at Long Beach, but what he's been able to accomplish over these 2.5 decades worth of racing, to have Takuma Sato here as one of our inductees into the Long Beach Motorsports Walk of Fame. Takuma, why don't you come up and say a few words?
Thank you, Jim. That was very impressive. The details of my career, I don't have to tell anything now. So, first of all, really, good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me, and thank you to you to come here to make a huge commitment all over the nations and perhaps international trip too. So, really happy to see all the faces, not all faces, sorry, my old good friend faces and familiar faces, shall we say, and standing here is absolutely honor. So, a little bit story about 2013 Long Beach, just additional for the gym. So, I was just joining to the AJ48 racing team, and yes, it was a great weekend. Obviously, the race here, I consider this is a privilege, because Long Beach Grand Prix, not just the history, but the atmospheres and fans and just the connection and the histories and everything here is the most favorable track for most of the drivers. So to winning that fashion, to have a 14 car on top of the podium, that was absolutely honor. And tell you what, it's a little story that obviously AJ4 himself, needless to say, to explain it, but his team's last win was 2002 in Kansas, where I was just joining the Formula 1 days. But that was an oval. So if you consider to race winning in street road course, he has to back into 1978 and AJ4 himself at the Silverstone. So 1978 was probably, I was just crawling to become standing. So to imagine two of us and born in completely different world and different ages and different, the generation, but we meet together, and obviously huge respect on AJ himself, and driving such a legendary 14 car back on top of the monument, that was absolutely honor. So thank you very much for the backing days and everyone. In fact, in all 14 boys, I call the 14 boys because the number 14 car, all the staffs and mechanics, the gathering tonight to have a dinner. So I'm really looking forward to be beside on this park. So once again, yeah, thank you. So the way I am standing today, I just only appreciate, because obviously winning here is a huge, a significant moment for me, but for the Japan too. Like Jim said, I was the first Japanese driver to win the Grand Prix after, back in 1990, Hiro Matsushita, the debut in IndyCar here in Long Beach. So really happy to make a new page of the history. And then since then, I was involving in IndyCar and still driving today as Indy 500 coming up. So, really appreciate entire Japan support. As you can see, all the sponsors, and particularly for Honda. I graduated Honda Racing School back in 1997. So I started racing when I was 20. But I think, it's nothing is impossible in my philosophy, and just grabbed the chance. And I had a huge, commitment from Honda, and working here to where we are today. So once again, thank you very much. And lastly, of course, here, you can't see it, but Katherine. So she and I, first of all, obviously congratulating as the first female of the Walk of Fame. It's amazing, amazing things, and by herself, with her commitment for the racing is always it's great to see it, but also the entire, the females world and, having these opportunities, I think it's just a fantastic thing. So Katherine and I, it's been a teammate, back in a different category, but we've been friends all the time. And in fact, she is driving for Dairy Coin Racing for the driving for the 500. I know that car is very fast because I drive it. So she will be jumping a car, and then vice versa. So I returned to the Rahal Rettman Landing and Racing, which is very exciting. And I took over Katherine's car from last year. She drove it. So this is just a pure coincidence, but it's nice to sharing the memories and sharing the stage with her today. And this is fantastic. So it's been a long story, but lastly, I wish everybody's health, and let's do have a fast and safe and the racing for this weekend, and good luck for everyone else. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Takuma. And what we'd like you to do is invite you down, and with Mary too, to unveil your medallion here on the Walk of Fame. So, Mary, if you'll join us.
I think it's Cindy.
Oh, Cindy's going to do it. Okay, Cindy. All right, Cindy Allen, the Vice Mayor, Mayor of Long Beach today, will join Takuma as they unveil the medallion. First one, down there at the end. Just a note as the unveiling takes place, due to a little delivery delay, we have the medallion here, but Willie and the boys from Public Works haven't had a chance to place it into the ground, but that's the real thing, and that's what you'll see when you come down at Pine Avenue later in the weekend. All right, another big round of applause for Takuma, and we're giving him a replica of this medallion that he can take and keep for his own. Here you are. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Yep. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and as I mentioned before, there's a lot of firsts here today, and this is one that we're very, very, very proud of. We were looking for a long time to induct a woman driver into the Walk of Fame, but we wanted the special driver, and we wanted somebody who really was deserving of that distinction and that honor, and we found her. And we're delighted that we're going to induct the first woman into the Long Beach Motorsports Walk of Fame, Katherine Legge, here today. So it's a great opportunity and a great moment in the history of this event. So thank you very much for Katherine, for all you've done for the world of motorsports. You know, she's had a really stellar career. She was the first woman to win a pro open wheel race here when she ran the race here in 2005 in the Formula Atlantic, what was known then as Toyota Atlantic Series. Won that race, and then has gone on to drive a wide variety of race cars. You know, you'd be surprised how extensive her background is. She drove NASCAR, IndyCar, obviously in IMSA. Tells me she ran with Formula E. So she's had a lot of experience and done well and won 3 championships and 6 victories. And so, you know, she's really been a potent force in the world of motorsports. And now, as I mentioned before, she's going to have a ride entered in with Dale Coyne in the 24 Indianapolis 500. So both of our inductees today will have a chance to participate in that storied event in May. But more importantly, we have the opportunity to honor Katherine today for all her achievements. By the way, she set the fastest time for a woman qualifier at Indy last year in 2023, which is an honor in and of itself. So she's more than deserving of all the accolades that we could give to her, and I'm delighted that we have the opportunity to afford her the chance to be involved here in the Motorsports Walk of Fame here in 2024. Katherine, thank you very much, and come up and say a few words for us.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out this morning. It's probably one of the biggest honors of my career, honestly, to be standing here. Obviously want to say congrats and well done to my friend Taku here. As you mentioned, we have been teammates before, and we've done a bit of a ride swap, so I seem to be following him around or the other way. And as you can imagine, so when I first came over to North America, you can tell I'm not American by the accent that I still retain a little bit of. I came to the streets of Long Beach, and it was the first race that I had, and it's all thanks to this lady sitting over there, Kim Kalkoven, and her late husband, Kevin. And it's a bit of a long story, but I'm going to tell it anyway, because I feel like I have time after Taki's. So I was back home in England, and I had wanted to break into American racing. I thought American racing is where the opportunities were. I thought there were more opportunities for women, and I was right. But I turned up on the doorstep of Cosworth, and Kevin Kalkoven was buying Cosworth at that time. And I show up and I sit in the reception and I say, I just want to see Kevin Kalkoven, please. You know, like, Kevin Kalkoven's a big deal, and I just show up and want to see him. And the receptionist was like, yeah, not going to happen. And I was like, no, I've got my CV, and I'd printed out a resume, and I sat in reception for what felt like an eternity. And Kim and Kevin's daughter, Kirsty, came out and probably thought, who is this strange English girl that's like demanding to see Kevin? Anyway, she was very gracious, and I spent half an hour or so talking to them, and they were the ones who persuaded Kevin to give me a test in the Toyota Atlantic Series, and I'm very grateful for Polestar, Jim and Pam Griffith, for giving me that test and writing me a glowing report, so I got to come to Long Beach. And I turn up in Long Beach, and I'm in awe, right? I've never seen anything like this before, never seen street race, and I decided that this is home, this is where I want to be. And go out in qualifying and go straight into the turn 7 wall. Destroy the car, pretty much, and got my fastest time taken away, and I had to start from the back of the grid. And I was probably a little bit arrogant back then, because I was like, it doesn't matter, I'm going to come through the field, not realizing how hard it was. And anyway, I did come through the field, and I got to win that race, and I think that year and that race will forever be the most special moment in my racing history and in my life in general. And so thank you to Kim and Kevin and Polestar and my dad, who's also sat there, and everybody who's made this possible. Thank you to Honda and Acura, who have given me a home for the last number of years in racing. I'm very fortunate to have got to drive the really cool things that I have. Thank you to Jim for giving me this honor. I feel like I don't deserve it. I don't know. I feel like I'm an imposter here, because you walk down the row of all the awards, and it's like it's so many impressive names. So I am beyond honored to be here, and so thank you all for sharing in this incredible moment with me.
All right, Mary Zendejas, the first council person, will do the honors in unveiling with Katherine. If you want to go down. And again, just we'd certainly appreciate it if nobody would try to take the medallions, since they're sitting up on top of the cement. Let the boys have a chance to put them into the ground first, and then they'll become a permanent fixture here on Pine Avenue. Thanks. All right, another big hand for Katherine Legge. As she returns to the stage and I give her the replica medallion here, I just want to remind you that, you know, Katherine has been very instrumental in terms of mentoring younger drivers, especially women drivers, and has been instrumental in helping them in their careers, and she reserves a lot of accolades for that too, because there are a lot more Katherine Legges coming up behind her because of what her efforts are in that regard. So thank you again, Katherine, for all you've done for the sport.
Everyone, please join me for another round of applause for our 2024 Long Beach Motorsports Walk of Fame inductees. Congratulations to both of you. Both of you are trailblazers. Our honorees will be signing autographs at the table at the back. Feel free to join them, join the line. And again, thank you, Takuma and Katherine, for your generosity. Thanks everyone for coming. Enjoy this wonderful weekend. Stay safe and have fun.